Welcome, beautiful people. Right now, there's a runoff race in the Senate in Georgia for the seats against Kelly Leoffler and Perdue. So today's big question is, will Warnock overturn Kelly Loeffler's incumbency? And I wanted to also mention that in an earlier reading, I had read that Mitch McConnell was going to hold his seat in the Senate. However, he was not going to keep his position as majority leader. So I want to ask the question of the cards and see if Mitch McConnell is going to retain his position as majority leader. So let's ask these two questions. The first question is, will Warnock win? Will Warnock win the Senate runoff? There's early voting in Georgia right now, and voting is completed on January 5th. Will Warnock win the race against Kelly Leoffler? Okay, so here's the cards for that. All right, now, once again, earlier before the election, Amy McGrath was making huge headway, but I had read in the cards that kind of like a racehorse who's coming from behind, she had too far to make up in order to win against Mitch McConnell. However, Mitch was going to lose his power position as majority leader. So let's just request confirmation from the cards. Will Mitch McConnell retain his position as majority leader? And I've chosen these purple cards because there's a yes and a no hidden in there. All right, so will Mitch McConnell retain his position as majority leader? And I like to pull from this deck because this one's a little bit sticky. Will Mitch McConnell retain his position as Senate majority leader? All right, and thank you all for coming today. I appreciate all the likes and the subscriptions. The first reading is on Kelly Leoffler. This is the Knight of Swords. This is the whistleblowers, the people who've been calling her out about her insider trading. You realize that she was not elected to her current position. She was appointed, so she has yet to be elected. She is well liked by her incumbency. So Warnock is going to have a hard time gathering the emotions of the people, but no one has actually ever voted for before. So the question is, will Warnock win? In the recent past, there's been some sort of betrayal behind closed doors against Warnock that we are unaware of. Let's look a little bit more deeply into that. What is this betrayal recently against Reverend Warnock? Death. It could be something to do with the COVID numbers. The Page of Wands, yes, a communication actually, and a no. See, Warnock is getting a no. So what this is saying is it looks like Loeffler is going to win. At this present moment, Warnock is experiencing some sort of loss where his supporters are not necessarily able to gather enough numbers to support him. And the indecision is not overturned in the end. So what this is saying is that the race is possibly still going to be too close to call twice. And actually it will, because the negative card is against Warnock. be slightly in Loeffler's favor. Now, that's really huge, you guys. Now, I did read, and let's just, clear out the energy here, that Mitch McConnell's going to lose his position. So let's overturn these cards. The betrayal, that 3 of Swords again, and the 2 of Swords again. Now, this is very interesting because I completely shuffled and drew from 2 separate decks. And look, we have a double set of the 3 of Swords, a double set of the 2 of Swords, and the Ace of Swords, which is a yes. The question is, will Mitch McConnell retain his position as Senate Majority Leader? It's a betrayal. Something about his holding his position as the Senate Majority Leader is not based on trust. It's based on an indecision. Once again, the indecision of the Leoffler-Warnock vote. Look at that. Interesting. So in the recent past, this is Mitch waiting for resources to come from overseas. He's expecting help or interference in the January 5th election. Look at this. It's right here. The 3 of Wands. Mitch is waiting for election interference to help cause an indecision in the Warnock versus Leoffler race. Yes, Mitch, it will retain his majority Senate position. It's true. The Ace of Swords is very hard to overturn. However, the Queen of Cups is keeping a lid on the truth. She is keeping silent and able to cover up the truth about what's really happened in the Leoffler-Warnock election. So we'll be looking at this further in January. And do please attend tomorrow. We have our huge annual 2021 Nostradamus predictions you'll not want to miss. Thank you so much for coming today. Love to all. Namaste.